As I sit here and mourn the passing of my life and the death of my soul, let alone my face, and say, gee God, I should be doing stand-up comedy because I'm better at it than a bunch of people, and this crazy putz has now deconstructed our country to the point where we live in what seems like a version of Soviet Russia. He's going to investigate the investigators, you know? Because, I mean, now that Barr, my hand-picked, toady, my personal, rectal cleaning, attorney general, has, blown me and said in public with what I told him to say, which is that this was a spying mission and a witch hunt. Now we're going to investigate the investigators. We're going to string some people up. Why don't people know that this man is our version of a third world dictator, that he wants to shut down free press and investigate the investigators on a perfectly legitimate investigation where a bunch of his people went to fucking jail already? Where the only reason why Mueller didn't charge obstruction is that you can't do that to the president. You can't charge the president with anything. We live in a blind faith authoritarian clusterfuck where crazy blind faith values and authoritarian values, and well, he's the president. How can you dethrone? He's like a royal figure. He's like a magical figure. He's like a king. He's Jesus. He's from Jesus. He's from our magical demonic Jesus and our blind faith authoritarian bullshit. See, this is why we kind of don't have a country and about to lose our democracy. Because this putz went around and said, let me tell you something. I am the most important, most amazing, hugest, richest, most fantastic, amazing person ever. Yeah, I bankrupted a few casinos. I got a bunch of money from my crazy white supremacist dad. I spent it all. I ruined my credit rating. I got a reinvigoration of mob money from Russia. And then Mark Burnett came along and gave me a PR makeover. Now I'm going to get the presidency like an item in my gift basket because, there's a black guy up there making fun of me, and I'm going to show him what's what. Don't you understand that I'm the hugest, richest, not, most amazing, not, most beautiful, not, snake oil, orangutan, comb-over, mobster, used country salesman that you ever seen, and I'm going to be the last great white hope, and we're going to, run me up the flagpole and get everyone to salute. Hey, stop sticking a flagpole in my ass, goddammit. What this man has animated is a country full of spoiled children. See, what our entire response to everything is, hey! What are you doing in our town? Hey! Or the liberal version of this is, oh, you're scaring me. Stop scaring me. Ooh, there's a nasty man over there. Stop that. And when S.E. Cup, whose name sounds like a ridiculous bra size, goes on TV and she says, you know what? Fuck these disposable men. Let's dispose of them like trash because they have shitty values and they supported Trump. Gee, S.E., you condescending cunt. Don't you understand that when you try to throw people away when they're screaming, you will not replace us, Jews will not replace us, that what you do is create an apocalypse because you're being a dick, lady? Why is the primary fruit of the sexual revolution that now we've all gone insane, no one knows what love is, you can order sex like a pizza on the web, and part of the problem with this is that while we're all trying to be very non-gender specific, the primary fruit of it is that now most men are pussies and most women are dicks. Isn't this fun? What I'm saying is that we're a nation that doesn't know what stupid and crazy is. We don't know what stupid and crazy is. So in this crazy, moralistic, liberal clusterfuck where I'm trapped and homeless and not living, one loser after another marches up and glares at me in a way that indicates that not only do they not know what right and wrong is, not only do they not know about their own mortality and that they could get sick and poor too, they don't know one basic thing about common sense. See, because back in the day, we used to have common sense, in other words, horse sense, and intellectual sense, which sometimes made sense. It's all now been replaced by nonsense. So, what used to be common horse sense is now insane, superstitious, tribalistic bullshit. And what's happening on the other side is, I created my own reality, where I'm a god who can afford to live in Ashland. What is your problem? So, whereas one group of people is afraid of a god who's vindictive and jealous, the other group of people is a group of people very entitled to be jealous and vindictive and not know what elitist assholes they are. Really? What I was trying to say a minute ago before someone drove up and kind of threw me off, because that's what happens around here a bunch. is that what this man has animated is the primary response of a shame-based nation who believes in authoritarian values and never heard one word Jesus said and didn't give a shit. Because what it has animated is the spirit of how dare you, the spirit of random indignation at the slightest offense or discomfort. We are a nation who seeks our own comfort and self-absorption to the exclusion of everything else, including facts, including reality, including right and wrong. We don't give a shit. And only money can produce people this horrible. You see, only money can produce a nation of people this spoiled that they don't know reality is real, and soon they're going to find out. It turns out that NPR says that what most religions and belief systems are for is to deny your own mortality. So when I go around saying you assholes don't know one thing about morality or reality, and you elected a reality star to lie to you, and soon you're going to find out about your own mortality, that's fucking real! So now we have this insane demonic clusterfuck instead of a religion of peace and love, because Jesus absolutely was the Messiah, but no one knows what love is, and no one knows what the Messiah is. And while I'm waiting around for him to save me, he's saying, save yourself. Here, I'll help. Right! Gee, I do that like Lou Black. Do you know that Lou Black makes a lot of money doing that, Louis Black? Do you know that Louis Black has come to a lot of the same conclusions that I have from the opposite side of the universe? Whereas he's a crabby, nihilistic old Jew that doesn't believe in Jesus, but he came to the same conclusion I did, which is that in a nation that's founded on a prophet of love and anti-materialism, shouldn't we at least be socialists? I mean, Jesus was a communist. He said, you can't follow me if you have private property, which means that all of these demonic assholes that are following him and calling Trump a Christian are going to hell. Begone from me, I knew you not. What you did to the least of these, you did to me. I am the least of these. I'm the canary in the coal mine. I'm a reminder of your own mortality, and you are hating on me and ensuring a place for yourself in hell. I mean, I'm going to heaven now. Only thing that happened between now and UC Davis in 1980 was I said, if God's going to send some people to hell, he can send me because I'm protesting because that's unjust. I'll go now. I'm cool. I'm cool. Thanks. But in the meantime, we've created a dystopian nightmare. We don't know we're doing it. And liberals are worse than conservatives, and conservatives are really bad. Because liberals are mean-spirited, entitled dicks that have the upper hand in society who made conservatives their bitch and didn't know they made them their bitch and disrespected them to the point where they elected this crazy person to fuck with liberals. Here's an interesting thought, and then we'll stop. The more you share facts with a person, the more you exacerbate their confirmation bias. So people have a worldview. They have a worldview that, you know, Jesus hates abortion and loves guns and wants crazy people like Donald Trump in the White House. You tell them facts like global warming is real and hey, your version of Jesus is going to kill us all. That's why I'm protesting it, because otherwise you're free to believe whatever you want, but except when you send Sarah Huckabee Sanders out there to say he's got it under control when we are supposed to do something about it, and this is an example of that. The more you tell them facts, the worse they get. They did an experiment. They said to people that deny climate change, one group of people, they said it's getting much worse. The other group of people said, no, it turns out to be better. When you tell people it's not as bad as they thought, they just accept their bias and it stays where it's at. When you give them facts to the contrary, they round up the wagons like a bunch of tribalistic, egotistical, fear and shame-based douchebags and go, no, we're right. You strengthen people's bias when you expose them to facts. These are emotions making these decisions. People have an attitude based on toxic shame that says you don't have the right to live your life if you're causing me one bit of discomfort, but I believe in the Lord Jesus, and I'm a very loving, tolerant person, but don't fuck with me or I'll kill you with my gun. I'm going to tell you what to do with your fetuses. Once they're born, we want to cut their aid, because once they're born, we hate them. We love fetuses, just not once they turn into children, but you better turn them into children and then be poor trying to raise them so we can fuck you up. Losers, why are you fucking so much anyways? You're not really married anyways. People get worse. You do this with art, you do this with religion, you do this with emotions, but no one knows how to do that in an insane, anti-emotional, anti-vulnerable, anti-poor, anti-feminine, anti-gay, anti-any religion other than churchianity, which excludes a lot of Christ-centered people, and Christians who are actually Christ-centered people, which is very rare. You make it worse with facts. I'm going to try something other than facts. Let's try art and performance art religion. In other words, the first church comedy. I mean, I believe in Christ, but if you don't, you want to come to the first church comedy and hear a comedy sermon, you're welcome. You know, as long as you're not advocating for, you know, sacrificing little children in a fire or assaulting the poor or something. You know, if you're going to, like, shoot the poor with a high-powered weapon, you can't come to our church. Other than that, it's good. Like actual tolerance.